Thank you
My
very
financial
much.
secretary. My
It's
treasurer.
our pleasure meeting you.
Mr. President, I'm here.
Good. Please kindly introduce yourself.
Good evening to you all. My name is Mavis Jenfi. I'm the I'm the treasurer, national treasurer, and I'm the 2000 year group. That's it.
It's my national organizer here.
President, I am live. The name is Michael Jan Yegu.
No.
We have the national general secretary. We have the national treasurer. And then we have the national organizer. So these are the 5 of us. And we are all together with you on this meeting. Thank you very much.
Great, sir. Great, sir. I think our year group is delighted to have all the national executives on board on our very maiden Zoom meeting. So I don't know the right words to use, but all I can say is we are very happy to have all of you on board, even on the short notice. So as you've accepted to be our chairperson, and as our national executives are ready for us, we would go on with our very first program on our list. We've already done our prayer, so we would take our address from the president of the 2017 year group. But before that, the IT team will do a video presentation of his speech. So if the IT persons are ready. Master Alex from Pon, if you have a few words to share.
Thank you very much. Is Alex on board? Is the president on board?
Yes, please.
I'm here.
All right. Yes, we have read your message. I think it's well taken, very impressive one. And I have noted a few points from the speech you have given us. And I think that there is every cause for us to encourage you to go ahead and do more. I am particularly happy with your motto. And that says that, I don't know, but to the effect that in English language, it's greater things are always. Greater things always, if I'm not mistaken.
To greater things always.
Yes, good. So I will in the first place encourage you to live up to your motto, because OPSA is looking forward. We are never going back. At least we are moving forward. We are pulling all members along, and we are pulling our alma mater to along. So I like your motto. Generally, the OPSA we have I was saying that when you say ADEHYE and the others respond or why. So maybe we may have to be using that too as sort of greetings. How do you call we call each other audition. Now I'm going to explain a few things flowing from your speech.
Hello, sir. Sir.
Hello. Yes.
Humbly, I would ask that we take the few others, then you can add it all up. Yes, please.
Okay, that's
yes,
fine.
please.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Right.
Master Alex Rampon, thanks for your speech. If you would want to say a few words in 30 seconds, then we proceed, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. MC. So I would want to entreat all members to kindly mute their microphones to prevent the echoing of voices so that we could have a peaceful and very short meeting immediately. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So we've had the speech of our past school prefect. It was a very strict one, if we all can recall. But today, he's our president. We would move then to the speech of an address from the policy instructor in the person of Master Daniel Nkrumah. If Master Daniel Nkrumah is ready with his address, please go ahead with it, please. Unless the IT team has another video presentation of his works. Oh, another amazing address by our policy instructor Daniel Kofiche Nkrumah. So thank you very much. As you can all see and hear, when we were all muted, we had a sound address. We would ask the policy instructor who has given us an amazing address to touch on a few things just for a minute. Then we can go ahead with our meeting, please.
Thank you very much. The chair of this meeting, all our national executive present, all our executives of the 2017 year group, our own cherished members. Thank you for gracing this meeting for us. The speech has been delivered already. However, it's just a kind appeal I'm making to our executives, national executives, that we are honored to have them here. Now, if you look at the speech, we have one item 8, which is the organizing and recording of the national choir. Indeed, we will be in need of your kind support. Just like how last year we went to our school to organize a tutorial session for our students, that we had support from our tutor and 2-year group, and of which we did the program successfully. That is the same way we would also seek that the national office particularly will come on board to assist us to achieve this ambition of recording our anthem and upload it online for everybody to have access to listen to it. And the mentorship scheme as well. I know that the National Secretary is in communication with me on this. We hope that that would also come into force. And finally, also plead with you, all our national executives, also to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because it's all for the family. Thank you very much. And I hope that at the end of this meeting, we will go home with great ambitions ahead. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Master Daniel Nkrumah. That was a great policy laid down. And I think a few I picked up was the YouTube and the school anthem. I was actually looking for the school anthem, but there was no way I could find it. So that is it. Thank you. I will hope that whatever plans you have will see the light of the day. Would then move straight to the address, financial statements by the financial committee. That is, if the financial secretary is ready, kindly go ahead with your address, please, your presentation.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much, the IT team. You are doing a great job. Thank you very much for the report, Master Felix Bonsu. We would give you a minute to give us a brief talk on what you've presented to us, please. Thank you.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. So far, our finances have been solely sponsored by the impromptu contributions we have made in and at the moment that the need call for them. And so I want to just talk briefly on the dues. We've helped quite a number of our members who have had losses and then in other ways, and then we've also used money for administrative purposes. But we want to have a sustainable financial reflection in our books. That is why we are starting the dues. So from right after the meeting, the payment of the dues would have commenced. We are starting with the executives and then the committee members for the month of August. And then with that one, we'll structure everything with it and then make sure everything is settled. And then we are going to start in September for all the members. We want to admonish each and every one of us to participate in the payments because it's going to really determine who is going to benefit from our finances from this month onwards. And so we want to be really strict about it. If you don't participate, if you are not committed to the payment, we won't be able to help you as much as we would one who is paying. So I want to encourage all of us to please do our best, 5 cedis every month, 5 cedis every month. And then there'll be periodic financial statements to members for as accountability and for analysis purposes. I hope that you take this well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Master Felix Bonsu. I would want to thank you for your work you've been doing, with the contributions. When I saw that of our brother Joel, it reminded me of him. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Indeed, our contributions go in a way to help us and to remind us that this fraternity is with us in sorrowful times. And to enjoy this, you would have to contribute yourself. So please, the financial committee is asking for your contributions. We would ask that those who have questions with the reports given and the presentations given so far, you can drop them in the chat room. But for now, we would want to go back to the chairperson to have a brief engagement with him about 3 minutes to know his take on whatever has been given up here. So, Mr. Chairperson, you've heard the presentation of our president. This is our chairperson with us still.
Hello.
Yeah, you've heard the presentation of our president. Yes. You've heard that of our policy, our able policy instructor, and that of our financial secretary. Please, I would want you to give us your take. As you started earlier, for time's sake, we would want you to make it very brief. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you too, and many thanks to the executives for the reports that they have displayed so far. I would like to say just a few things, and probably I will also ask that even though we are in a very terribly bad and abnormal times, we would at the point ask that the committee, that is your executive members, will find time and meet with us. Of course, we will still observe the protocols of distancing ourselves from each other, and then also using our nose mask. But then your executives should find time and meet us. We'll find a place to meet one-on-one for further discussions on the way forward. But before that, I have observed a few things, and I must say that I am so elated to be on board of this meeting, and presently surprised. Let me repeat that. Executives and then members generally, I can see that you have a very high potential in coming up or standing on your feet as one of the best year groups that OPSA will ever have. Looking at the way you have started, I'm yet to study others, other year groups and the branches and how they also started. But you have set a very high standard for yourselves. 27. I will admonish that you hold on to it and even improve upon this standard. You will let your members know that in order to sustain the standards that you have set for yourself right from the beginning, you will need commitment. Each one of you have to be committed, to be dedicated. Otherwise, you can make it transparent to each other, especially the executives. And I'm bringing in the issue of transparency, especially because of the way you have started it, the way you have published your records of accounts and all that. And you will also need to be humble, especially the executives. Say, this is a sacrificial position. I don't know your internal arrangements, but OPSA does not pay executives for holding those positions. It's purely sacrificial, and you need to be humble to hold such positions. Come down to the level of the with them, listen to them, and interact with them often as you can. And then you also need to mutually respect each other as members, as executives, and all that. So once you follow these principles of life, I believe strongly, and maybe you can mark it on any wall on this day, that I can foresee that your year group is going to be one of the best OPSA will ever have. Yeah, saying that, I will also touch on a few things that I have observed from your speeches and your reports that I have read. You make mention of aiming at making a tremendous contribution to the alma mater, and that is excellent. So in order to achieve that, you know that contributions, once you touch on contribution to your alma mater, to donations and other things, it's all about money. If not all about money, at least 80% is about money. So in order to have a very solid financial background and a financial stand, you will need to embark on some kind of membership drive. Because the more you get your members in or on board, the more you get the money. Because everybody is then going to contribute. Some may contribute higher, and then you get more money to achieve your aim of making that tremendous contributions to yourself. Now, I will also state that whilst you think about the contributions to the school, think also about the welfare of your members. we will say that the fingers differ from length. You know, each finger is different in terms of length, and eventually you find out that some of you members may be in some kind of distress, and you have to look at all this. Don't abandon them, because they also form part of the year group 2017, and it is one of the cardinal principles to form such a year group or such an association is to help each other. So whilst you think about the school and the welfare of the school, please don't forget about the welfare of your members as well. I think you made mention of a diseased person amongst you, and some may fall sick and other perish their thoughts, but these are natural disasters that may happen to some members, and I will admonish that you look at that area and prepare for such events and help each other. I'm happy that you have already started something on your constitution. I think I saw something like that it's already drawn. Our policy, the national policy, is that constitutions of each year group and as it were, each branch should form in line with, or should be consistent with the national constitution. We have just revised it. In fact, we released it today for study and for ratification. Sometime next week, we are going to enact it or promulgate it and let it start working. So we would like to have a copy of your constitution. You can give it to the national secretary, and we will study and see if everything is okay with the national constitution, and we will give you if there is something that is inconsistent, we will draw attention to it and just regularize it. So that is that. And then there is another thing that I saw, that you have already started something which is very impressive, that you organized the WASI talk. I think on this year?
It was last year, please.
Last year, good.
Yes, please.
Yes, so you organized at Okuapemman, the alma mater, eh?
Yes, please.
Good. And I'm so impressed. This is one of the things that the national team has been discussing and thinking about. So if a year group has already started that, then I think that we will have to embrace it. We will encourage you to go ahead with it. And not only last year, from year to, I know this year has been bad because of this unexpected incident. So I will encourage you to go ahead with this WASI talks, and we will also organize, and even your membership will also meet you and also have such talks with you. Yours is not going to be WASI, it's not going to, but I believe it's going to be something of professional talks and how to go about establishing in your various endeavors, in your areas that you have chosen as professionals. Yes, you have lawyers amongst us, you have teachers, you have accountants and all that, and medical officers are among us. So we will also be organizing ourselves at the national level to meet your group and at the other such groups, and then we'll be having these talks with them. It is very dear to my heart, and I believe that soon we will be giving you the guidelines.
Sure, sir.
Sure, sir. Good. Now, regarding the recording of the anthem, and then your YouTube projects and all that, I would suggest to you that you list these things and give them to the secretary, our national secretary, or the national organizer. I think you soon have their names and their numbers if you don't have them already. I know the secretary, you have already been in contact with her, but the national organizer as well. You can take his number and you liaise with him. And whatever you want the national team, the national executives to help you to achieve, please, our doors are always open. Our doors are always open. I am very open to all of you. I see you as my junior brothers and sisters. Please feel free to contact me. Feel free to contact any of the national executives on any issue that is bothering you as a year group or even as individuals. We are ready for you. So let us coordinate with each other. Let us coordinate with each other. You cannot do it on your own. We cannot do it on our own unless we join hands and hearts and even heads. So the 3 H's. And then we can step up the game. Mr. President of 2017, Salas Frumpum, and your team, as well as the entire membership, we are very grateful to you. The National is very grateful to you. And you are now on our good books. We believe that we believe that we can achieve something along the lines of your aims and objectives, and along the lines of the aims and objectives of the national executives. Finally, I would like to say that do not relent on your membership drive at all. I am not very good at mathematics. Like lawyers have no problem. So those of you who want to be lawyers, you must study your mathematics well, because we are not good at that. But I can see from the figures that your membership drive now stands around 50% up to about 55%. So you are, I read you about 800 and something, 800 plus. But as of now, we have about 400 and then plus on board. So do not sit down on the membership drive. Drive as many people as you can into your fold. And once that is done, things will go well for all of us. So don't forget that. We at the national level are also still even embarking on such membership drive to get in more members. And I think we have done quite well since we took up the mantle, and we are still moving on. So let me once again thank you very much for this. My doors are always open.
Sure, sir.
As well as that of the and my number, I believe some of the executives will have my number. You can give to others and send messages. If you don't get me online, it probably means I'm busy somewhere. But once I have your message, I will respond in due course. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. That was speech. Would I call it a speech from our chairperson? Our chairperson and the national executives were actually invited on a short notice, and they are all present today. To the vice president, to the secretary, to the organizing secretary, and to the treasurer, if they are still present, would want to say a very big thank you. If please, we are still taking questions. If you didn't get anything, is Mr. Gideon Amegleto present? He is in charge, he's the one in charge of the Google form we created to take questions. So if he's ready with some questions, we can answer them and then successfully end today's meeting. Master Gideon Amegleto, are you around, please? Sorry, Gabriel, sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, please, you have some questions for us.
Yeah, I think the question that came in was from one Ansasam Ofori. And then his question was that, what's our expectation for the next 7 years?
Okay, so would have the president to address that for us. But before that, I think it was mentioned in the policy instructors speech, if the 2030 agenda, if it will be part, but it will be the right that. Mr. Alex, please do answer now.
Thank you so much for the question, Honorable Member. So as the policy instructor indicated in his speech, we have the Agenda 2030. It's actually a decade plan that we would want to achieve at the end of 2020. And details of that policy would be uploaded to our YouTube channel very soon for all members to get the detailed what we seek to do with that very policy. So very soon it will be uploaded to our WordPress blog and our YouTube channel as well. Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Alex Frimpong. Please, Gabriel, is there any other question to be answered, please?
No, I think the other ones has been sent to the chat room, rather.
Okay, so we don't have any question from the chat room. Hello?
Well, then,
hello?
It seems we have no questions.
All right. Then we would take a remark, a vote of thanks from our Vice President. If Madam Harriet, Miss Harriet Abwajikumi is present, she can give us a warm vote of thanks with her lovely voice. Then we can then proceed with announcements, then call it a day. Miss Harriet Abwajikumi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So first of all, I want to thank the national organizers for gracing this meeting and coming here, and the president especially for talking to us. We've taken a word or two and some advice from what he said, and the other executives as well. We hope to come to you whenever we face problems or whenever we need advice. I also like to thank the members for joining the meeting. I know the Zoom meeting takes a lot of data, but we are grateful you were able to join and send in your questions and suggestions as well. We hope we'll be able to work, that is the executives, we'll be able to work hand in hand with everyone in order to make our year group a success. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, Ms. Harriet Abwajikumi. She was our girls back then. She's now studying. Yes.
Okay.
Our past girls professor. She's now studying law to become like you, our chairperson. So
That's true.
Yeah, so
she has chosen a good job.
That's great. To our national president, to our national executive, the vice president, the secretary, the organizer, and the treasurer. As she said, you would want to meet the executives of 2017 Success ADEHYE year group, and we hope that executives would give a date we can all set to have this meeting. Please, if you didn't get anything that is with our address, it is on our YouTube channel, so you can please do go there to watch whatever that transpired today. That is with our speeches and our presentations. And we are asking ADEHYE, not just 2017, to watch our channel and subscribe. We would want to hit 1K by the end of this month or next month. So please do want to share. Also, we are being reminded that registration is still ongoing. If you know someone who has not registered to be part of our great family, though we all completed in 2017, it is prudent that we have our names in one book. So please do also register with the policy instructor. Our codes are still being sent to us. If you've not had your code yet, this code is going to help us with our dues and other transactions. If you've not had your code yet, kindly speak to the policy instructor in the person of Sir Daniel Nkoma to get your code. And you can contact the leaders for if you have any concerns. So that will be it for today. Would want to take a closing prayer from our Congress speaker, that is in the person of Master Collins Kwe. If he's with us, please give us a closing prayer and we'll connect today.
Let's pray. Our Grand Instructor Jehovah, we are very thankful for yet a successful meeting. And we pray that we've come to see that, yes, as a team, we are working hand in hand and we are all putting in the effort so we can pull this thing off and be a very successful year group, impacting in a lot of lives and bringing new innovations up. It's a prayer that you give us the strength and the endurance not to give up when things get tough, but rather strengthen us so we can carry on all the various projects that we have in the pipeline. So in the end, we can all give the praise and honor and adoration to your holy name. This is a humble plea we ask. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. That was a powerful prayer by Mr. Collins Kwe. So, but even not for time, we would have taken a number of suggestions and takes by our members. But if you have any concerns, as I said earlier, kindly send them to the leadership and it will be addressed right. Once again, thank you to each and every one of you for making time to today's meeting. If the president would have a few things before we leave, he can do that then. We'll call it a day, please. My name is Kofi Tabo and I was your MC for today. Thank you.